All right, we continue with reaction on the announcement by Floyd Shivambu of the start of a consultative process to ask South Africans if indeed another political party is needed and what exactly should distinguish it from other political parties. We're now joined by political analyst Dr Levy Ndou. Good afternoon, Doctor. Thank you very much for joining us as always on the program. So, consultative process such as this one that Floyd is embarking on, these processes mostly conclude with a firm decision to form a political party. Your views on just the announcement?
Umkhonto, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the viewers at home. The decision to form a political party is there. It has been there ever since the relationship between Shivambu and the MKP soured. It could have been there even before that because there were tensions that were very clear within the MKP. But of course, it could be a good idea to start with consultations, to get the views of other people out there so that you know exactly where you stand when you decide or when the time is ripe for the political party to be formed. Shivambu, with his history in the South African politics, he could not just be easily lost to South Africa. And age is on his side. He has got all the energy at his disposal, and I think he can still make a huge impact in the body politic of South Africa.
So you're essentially saying that it was a foregone conclusion. What we're seeing here is just a process, a formality. What will happen is eventually the announcement of a political party. But many now are speaking of the character of Floyd Shivambu. It's been perpetuated so many times that perhaps he lacks the charisma that the likes of Julius Malema have displayed, even former President Jacob Zuma, etc. Where do you stand on just this? Is it a possibility that this man who is an intellectual and academic who probably speaks over a lot of people can now rise to the occasion and become a person who has the sense of presence that when I'm in an academic space, I will speak like an academic, but when I'm speaking to ordinary masses who care about bread and butter issues, I will speak to those issues specifically? Can he rise to the occasion?
Shivambu appears to have done a self-assessment before coming to this press briefing. And such has been to say he might not be able to form a political party on his own, and he will require other people to join him. And I think the strategy that he's using is to say he will go out, talk to different sectors of society. He has identified churches, he has identified traditional leaders, he has identified sports people, and a number of other sectors. And I think that is where he will be able to get the strong team that will be able to lead. He has done very well, both in the EFF and in the MKP. Talking to public speaking or the charisma that we could be looking for could be an area where he can still be able to improve and ensure that as a leader of a political party, he iron out few other areas that he has to deal with. But my view is that you need the caliber of Floyd Shivambu in a political party who has got a very good understanding of South African political history, who has got a very good understanding of how political parties are supposed to be run. He has done so in the EFF, he has done so in the MKP, and I think if the new party has to be formed, it's an area that I think Shivambu could still be able to do very, very well.
Then on Floyd's reasons for this route that he has taken now of starting the consultative process, he painted a picture of a great level of mistrust within the Umkhonto Sizwe party, where he says comrades actively work to discredit each other in the eyes of their president, Jacob Zuma. What do you make of this phenomenon? Because it seems now we're seeing this orbit around one specific figure the whole time, that if you have the access, you have the ear of the former president, then you can easily discredit another individual, and unfortunately they get booted.
It is unfortunate that it appears as if Shivambu did not know what could happen whilst he's in the MKP. These are the very same issues that most people raised the minute he joined the MKP. There are a number of people who said he is not going to last in the MKP. And indeed, that actually happened. He is quite correct to say that there are a number of people that are surrounding Jacob Zuma who would feed him information, and he will therefore act on the basis of those kind of information. Quite interesting is that they talk about information that talks to him having to take over the party. Those are the issues that were raised when Shivambu joined the MKP and he became the organizer of the party. There are those within the party who are saying that Shivambu has joined the MKP, he has overtaken them, he is actually going to take the party and run it on its own. Those are the issues that were raised much earlier when he joined the party. Unfortunately, they came out correctly, and that is what Jacob Zuma had to rely on. There could be other issues beyond that, but it has always been clear that there was an influential group within the MKP that was not happy with the presence of Shivambu, and they had to identify something to make him get removed from his position.
But these kind of issues, are they unique to Umkhonto Sizwe party? Because even with the EFF, quickly at the top of my head, I remember Mbuyiseni Ndlozi spoke of an intelligence report, even when it came to him. Just this level of mistrust and a gravitation towards leaders and wanting to perhaps discredit each other. Is this honestly a phenomena, unique to just Umkhonto Sizwe party, or all political parties are dealing with this great level of mistrust?
Unfortunately, Mfundo, it is not only the issue that relates to Umkhonto Sizwe party. This is what happens with many political parties. You always have people that will be speaking bad about each other, because in political parties there is competition for positions. These are the kind of issues that will happen all the time with a number of political parties. What needs to happen will be how political parties and leaders are able to handle or manage this kind of behavior. It has not ended. It is still going to continue with other political parties. And my view is that when you decide to become a politician, you need to be rest assured that these are the kind of things that are going to be happening all the time.
All right. Dr. Ndou, thank you very much for your insights this afternoon. That is political analyst Dr. Levy Ndou speaking to us.